Hello and welcome to Cookies Fishing Capers, and today I'm on the Nordley Pools and I'm on pool 2. Now, for those who don't know this pool is traditionally a pretty difficult pool to catch fish on, but from the years I've fished it, the fish in here are in my opinion, fantastic condition. I've had a common carp to just over £25, and I have caught earlier this year 2 or 3 carp, mirrors and commons around about the upper doubles. But this pool is definitely not a runs water. And I will say it's going to be difficult today. I am fishing one rod on the Ronnie rig. Yes, I'm using the Ronnie rig on the one, because in the past, from my past experiences on this particular pool, it has normally done pretty well on the Ronnie rig. And on the other one, you've guessed it, the Chick Peas. And look at the colour of these. If you catch that, that's the colour I'm using at the moment. Now just give you a bit of an idea and indication what happened there. So I flavoured the Chick Peas in turmeric, and then I did squirt a little bit of the almond goo on it, and hey presto, look at this lovely unique colour. I'll just give you a little bit of a background into this. Some years ago when I fished this pool, I was catching carp on that colour, and it worked pretty well. And by accident, and it was pure accident, they've come out that colour, and I'm quite excited. But yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very difficult today, but it's going to be one hell of a challenge, because if I do end up picking that 1 or 2 carp, if I do get 1 or 2 carp today, you can actually say, you can consider this as being a red letter day. So there you have it, folks. Chick Peas done it again. The orange Chick Peas, whatever you want to call them, flavoured up. They've done me a beaut there. Over the moon. I'm actually ecstatic really, because I'm expecting a really tough day today. I didn't think, there's always a chance of blanking on this pool, but this fish is a cracker. I'm going to go 18 pounds. I am going to weigh him. Okay, so that mirror carp was caught on that. I don't think you'll get a simpler rig in my entire. It really is ridiculous. But if you just look at the Chick Pea there, I'll show you what I've done. I flavoured the Chick Pea. By the way, this is the Aldi Chick Pea. I flavoured it in turmeric, and I did add a little bit of the almond goo. I think it's the Supreme, which is the one that's more liquefied. Not much. Whatever you do, do not put much in. You've got to put a very, very small amount. Shake it, and they come out an orange colour, and I think that does look pretty damn good. Well, it did to that mirror carp, didn't it? Okay, so I'm going to do a little experiment here. I don't know if you can see that. Now what I've done is I've flavoured these in paprika, and they're called, this is, don't laugh, I think it's called Carlachana or Carlachana or Calachana. They are 12p a tin in the co-op at the moment, and they are very similar to a Chick Pea. They've got to be in the Chick Pea family, they've got to be. And yeah, they are almost nutty. Definitely you can cast with them long distances, no problem. I've put 2 on there, as you can see. So I'm trying to tempt the bigger stuff in. I've just realised what I've done with this. I've just dipped that in to see what it presented like, and it's dampened the mesh. Very clever, Matt. Yeah, but obviously I've got some more prepped up here. But yeah, I'll give that a cast out. I'll show you where I'm casting out to at the moment as well. Okay, so I'm just going to point out where my right rod is, which is just, I will point it out with the arrow, but it's out probably 3/4 away across the lake. I haven't got it to the bush, I haven't gone that far with it. And over this side, on the left rod, I've actually gone into that corner, just right up there. And I've gone quite away with that cast there actually. I'd say it's a good 60, 70 yards from where I am at the moment. Yeah. Right, so we are now in that witching hour. It's getting a little darker, and I've fished this for about 5 years on and off. 1 year it was a project and I had a fantastic year, I really enjoyed it. And this time round, normally as it's just going like this into dusk, you can just get one last minute one. It's one of them. Okay, so I'm in the last throws now, next half an hour. It'll probably be the case that I'm going to actually do a day 2 on here tomorrow. So I'll probably end up getting down here for about 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. It's only up the road from where I live, which is the beauty of it. And see if I can get another carp tomorrow. So, we shall see. See you in day 2. I'm sticking by the trial with these, I don't know if you can see them. Now these didn't catch me anything yesterday, but that means nothing at this stage. But I'm going to give them another try. I'm actually on the other end of the pool today, at the bottom end. There's a southerly wind due today, and this is a southern end of the pool. So I will give these a try first and foremost, as well as my flavoured chick peas on the other rod. No Ronnie rigs today, it is going to be pure chick pea. So my left rod is into that tree that's fallen into the pool there. It's about, here comes the finger again, just short, literally just short of the bush. I will put an arrow in again for you. But yes, that's where that is, and as you can see, there's a southerly breeze coming down straight into that area. Now, just before I left yesterday, I did see 1 or 2 fish. As you can probably see, there's a bit of a snag there. The scaffold's there. Been there as long as I've ever fished this pool. But just to the right, about here, 1 or 2 fish were rolling in this area last night, and they were in and around from where that scaffold poles are, around this area, which is why I've just underarmed the right rod into that area. So I just wanted to show you how I'm fishing today. It's slightly different to what I was doing yesterday, but there's good reason for that. Right now there's a southerly wind blowing straight into where my left rod is right now, and what I want to make sure is it's presenting as best it can, and where I'm casting to, you can appreciate there's a lot of leaf foliage on the bottom, and what you don't want to do is cast into that area. You know, say you leave it out there for an hour or two, and then you realise when you reel it in, it's covered in leaves. It probably didn't present very well. So by putting it into the mesh, the PVA mesh, I mean, I'm using Mainline's sort of ground bait here, and I'll put a bit of splash of this goo, pink almond. I don't know if you can see that in the light. I'll do my best to show you. This isn't an advert or a sponsorship, by the way. I'm just telling you how I'm fishing today, and that's why I'm doing it. So I've just put a little drop on there because that does go a long way. And you can see I've kept to the same colour yesterday. These are fresh ones, Tesco's, I've used this morning. and I'm just, yeah, I'm going to give this one a cast out in a moment into that area, and we'll see how we get on. But yeah, just definitely a good little trick this time of year. It just stops all that leaf matter and it presents perfectly. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so what I've decided to do is a two-pronged attack, because I've got a very short session today. And as you know, fishing, at work it can drag, but you go fishing, the day goes like that. And of course, I've got to be off here by 3 o'clock. So what I've done is I've put a rod right on the bush where I saw that fish just jump. And hopefully that will go off. Now what I've had to do is the rod that I've got on the bush to the far right, I've put it on a back lead now, because obviously if something tears off on the inside rod, it leaves the other rod really vulnerable. So I've just put the one on the right to the bush over there on a back lead. Let's see. Catch me in a bit. Well, some things don't change. There's the heavy rain again. I don't know what it is, the shear rod seems to catch it, but to me these are good conditions. I'm hoping this might square them on. Yeah, coming down the cropper again. Fingers crossed. One of these two rods to my right will rip off. We'll see. So what I've decided to do, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up and prop up the Chick Pea with a piece of like plastic pop-up. Do you know what I mean? Like a pink there. And in the past I've caught on pink as well. And I think if I prop up that Chick Pea, it's only just going to come off. I've had a look in my make-believe green fish tank, and it does come up like, well, pretty much like a wafter. So I'm just thinking, if there's a suspecting carp in the area that looks at it and thinks, oh, want to have a little dibble? Well, please do. We'll give that a whirl. Catch up in a bit. Well, well, well. It looks like we've got a thunderstorm coming. Just heard a couple of rumbles of thunder. I don't think in my lifetime, you know, bear in mind we're nearly in November, I don't ever remember experiencing a thunderstorm this late. Normally it's June, July, August, isn't it? Even into September. Nearly November. Wow. But yeah, I think it's on the way. It's going to be very, very interesting these next hour or so. I'm hoping that it comes through and passes out the other way, because I've only got 2 hours left. It definitely sounds like it's on the way, so we shall see. Okay, well, it looks like it's going to be the end of day 2. And I'm going to sign it blankety blank, checkbook and pen. Because sadly, day 2, tried everything, I'm afraid. You know, I've still got the rod out here, as you can see, and I've got the one up there, but I'm packing up now, to be honest. It's heading on towards 2:30, and I have got to get off today. To be honest with you, if it wasn't for that, I would have stopped right to the death today, because I think it still stands a chance for a fish. But unfortunately I haven't got a full day at it today. So I still hope you like what you've seen. I hope you like the hints and tips that I have put together for you. If you do like it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, smash up the subscribe. Thanks for watching.